Maybe a little bit of oil on this would be nice too.
Okay, here. I'll give her a
spritz.
She's hurting for a squirting?
Yeah.
Okay. Chamford. Champford? Chamford.
It's chamfer.
Okay.
So that's a more kind of universal term than I think you're thinking of.
Well,
I do not think it means what you think it means.
That's because I'm an idiot and I don't know what it means. We're back. Another Friday.
More bushings.
More bushings. So, what we have come up with here is the cheap way around buying a bushing puller. I don't even want to say cheap. I want to say the way that makes sense, the frugal way, making your own tool.
Yeah. Well, and the design of that the bushing installer tool looked like it might not have even fit in here the way we're trying to do it, because we're trying to put this in with the subframe in the car and the gas tank in the car and maybe the exhaust on, minimal disassembly to try and push this bushing in. It's hard to say.
So
bushing.
Pushing bushing.
Pushing bushings, pushings, bushings, pushings, bushings.
So we bought a few things here over the course of the last week. I spent, maybe $20. Got a ginormous threaded rod so that we could use that.
Finally got a big rod.
Yeah, finally. First time in my life. First time for everything, though. Sam happened to have this friendly little die here, which is a great savings.
Seal installer.
That
fits right there.
That looks pretty cool. And an M14 bolt goes right in the middle of there. So this is what we're going to try and use. We're going to have to obviously hack down the rod into a length that's going to work for us. With the gas tank being in the way, I don't know. I don't know what that's going to be. It's going to be cut twice, measure once.
Yeah.
But we got a lot of rod, so we got a lot to work with, which is cool.
Yeah, we could definitely do it a couple times if we have to.
We're going to have to cut down the rod, try and figure out what length is going to work for us, and we'll talk with you when we're under the car, show you what we're working with here.
You can see how over there on this side there's no bushing. So the idea is to put a threaded rod into the diff, and then the bushing over that, and then this nice installer guy over that to push on it, and then a nut on there to compress it into the subframe. But we are very low on space.
And the gas tank's right here. The sway bar, the exhaust. I mean, everything.
Everything's in the way. So I'm going to try here to see if my calculations were correct. Holy cow, we might just get away with this, Adam.
Well, I mean, that sounds good to me.
I mean, that does look like it'll work, doesn't it?
It does, but, we'll see.
Right, I'll get out of your way.
You gotta be kidding me. You've gotta be kidding me, dude. Does this get lubed?
Oh yeah.
Okay, here.
Yeah, absolutely.
I guess I'll just do this.
Whew. That was exciting. I'm getting all foggy down here.
Dude, that was fucking cool. Here I am the following day, and I think that was pretty incredible that we got that to work, especially at the price point. I mean, the threaded rod was somewhere right around $10 to $12. Then miscellaneous like nuts. The one thing I know I might catch a little heat about is using the die, because that was cool that Sam had that and it was like the right size. But my original plan was actually to just use like big washers, like fender washers. I thought maybe we could even hack down a piece of like PVC, which I had that too, because those have kind of a softer edge. And so I had originally gotten like PVC, and I was just gonna use that and see if that would work, because there's not like a ton of pressure on it, and it also has some give because it's polyurethane. So it was nice that I got to use that, but I was also going to just step down some washers, worst case scenario, and just go from big to small. So that was awesome, and saved $100 on a bushing installer tool. So yeah, if you want to try doing this and you're doing it in the car and you don't want to pull out the subframe for all of this, which I'm sure we'll get to that point at some point in this build, we'll be pulling that subframe out and redoing the bushings there, but that is for the winter. That is for another time. I'll post links to everything down in the description, where I got the threaded rod from Granger, and the only thing I won't have in there is that die. But you can find something to work. Like I said, the other options with maybe trying PVC in a small enough piece that's pretty slim. They have a nice edge on there that should allow the bushing to just kind of sit in there and stay centered. This freaking worked, and I'm so excited because it saved a ton of time. But now we're going to get to work putting in all the other bushings, because it has definitely improved the issue that I was having with vibration on deceleration, which I suspected was related to just removing all of my dampening in the drive line. Now I'm going to I'm waiting for the rest of the poly bushings, and you'll see a video with us getting the rest of those in and screwing around with some other diff options that we have. But otherwise, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on another Friday.
What the fuck are we gonna meet Buck Cherry for?
I don't want to.
No. I mean, why?
Are
you famous?
I want Fred Durst. I've never met a famous person before.
Yeah. I heard your song on the radio one time.
Can you tell me
That's good, Adam. That's good.
who the crazy bitch was?
Yeah, right.
You sure you got it at the right orientation? Yeah, this is gonna be a long
Gonna be a long night.
process.
I need some spritz.
Oh, hey, I've got the fucking actual shit. Where is it?
No, for the
bushing.
That's for the outside of the bushing?
Well, I mean, I got the juice, dude.
The juice is for the inside. That's the other thing we're gonna have to press in here.
It's hot as shit. Woo! Sam doesn't sweat. That's not fair. I'm fat.
I'm getting hot.
Even Sam, if Sam's hot, it's
I'm starting
bad.
to get hot.
Woo!